Hello, Global Chamber. I'm Christopher Herring. I'm the Executive Director of Global Chamber San Antonio, and today I have the illustrious author, Dana Austin. How are you, Dana?
Hi, good afternoon, Christopher. I'm delighted to be here with you today
All
in the
right,
Global
so,
Trainer.
so we're here today because you have something that's going on that I want to share with the world. You have a writers conference that's coming up. It's your first virtual transformational writers conference. So congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. We are excited about it and for good reason.
So let's talk about the good reasons. So first of all, you are an author.
Yes,
So how many books have you written?
I've co-written several books, and this tea book, actually you have it up here, Tea with String Vignette. This is my first book that I released independently this year, and it was an exciting project that has come together over years.
It is- And so the the etiquette of drinking tea across various nations. When I saw my book, I saw that you talk about the different tea experiences across the world, and so that's how we were aligned because we talked about how there's different traditions, different things in which people need to know about uh, establishing relationships, and then
Yes.
using tea as that way to establish good relationships.
Yes, and matter of fact, the fact that you're holding my book isn't exciting as an author that someone takes interest and then finds a connection. So thank you for that. And yes, establishing a relationship is the central point of the book, and tea, as you said, being the vessel by which that communication, this time spent learning of custom and cultures, it brings out it all together.
And so now we're looking at this virtual transformational writers conference. Did you intend to be virtual before COVID-19, or did you happen to change, like a lot of us have changed our plans to do something different?
Well, definitely COVID-19, this pandemic has caused us all to make adjustments. And the word that I'm using for the year is pivot. So the plans was not to actually have a virtual writers conference. It was to launch an actual physical writers conference. And so COVID made a few changes to that. And we decided to go with it. But there is a physical in-person aspect for those that will be in the city of Atlanta.
I see. And so when we're talking about this writers conference, who's going to be in this writers conference that we should be aware of?
Well, the Writers Conference is intended for aspirational writers, those who have been thinking about writing a book. They may have started the element of it and they wasn't really quite sure what to do next. Or like with, a few of the books that I started a few years back, started it and put it down and didn't really make it a priority. It's for people that want to finish and that we're going to provide them with the tools, connections, the resources so they can see the book through from A to Z, in this sense, from starting with the concept and then publishing it.
So I put the slide up that shows the people who will be participating. Do you want to give us a quick rundown of who's going to be there?
Oh, I would be delighted to do that. I'm so ecstatic about our panel of speakers for our upcoming Transformational Writers Conference. And the word transformational was chosen intentional because there will be some transforming taking place. First, and our lead speaker is Anthony A.J. Joyner. He is just an incredible person, but what he brings to this transformational conference as a best-selling author of many books, he's known as the publishing king. He's also one of my writing coaches, and he is a radio personality. He's
Okay.
actually local to Atlanta, so he's one of our speakers.
So you're
And
based out of Atlanta, and so you're going to do this virtual conference from Atlanta
yes,
and stream it across the world. Okay, gotcha.
absolutely. And then our next speaker is Joan T. Randall. She's also a best-selling author. She and her husband own a publishing company. She's a coach, a speaker, and a minister. and she's actually hailing from Charlotte, North Carolina. So, like you said, it is a global event. It's a national and a global event that's far reaching. And
Okay.
then, of course, myself, the host and published author and speaker, and I'm also a registered nurse. And then we have the illustrious Christopher Herring, yourself, who just brings the world together. You're a global chamber executive, as well as a business strategist. And some of the topics that Christopher's going to share is just going to be life changing once you get your book out there. And then another esteemed guest is Stephanie E. Austin. And she and I do share the same name and maybe even have some semblance in appearance. And that's my wonderful sister. She's a published author, a speaker, entrepreneur that launched her fragrance line this year as well. And she's a healthcare executive.
Okay.
And our final three speakers are, they're last, but they're definitely not least. This whole conglomerate or collaboration is what makes this conference not just exciting to attend, but makes it worth attending. Nicole Turner, she is a legal specialist. She is a published best-selling author. She's a speaker and a podcaster.
Okay.
So she will be in attendance speaking on things on the legal side as it pertains to writing, publishing, and protecting your works. And then we have a brand architect. Yes, we have an architect for our writers conference because branding is key, and that's Wes Guerrier. Wes Guerrier will be hailing from Florida. Actually, he'll be physically here in Atlanta at the conference. He's a brand architect. He's a professional photographer. He's also done photography for New York Model Week. I think that's what Fashion.
And you went mute on me, Dana. You went mute.
We have Rochelle Carter Petty. She's an
Okay.
award-winning author, bestseller, publisher, innovator, and entrepreneur. So this is our panel of wonderful speakers.
Well, it seems like you've done a great job just organizing this conference. How do people find out more about registering for the conference?
Thank you for that. It certainly has been a collaborative effort all the way to make this happen. To register and find out a little bit more about the conference, you can go to one or two places. So our sponsor is my business owner, the parent company, Dana Austin Speaks.com.
Okay.
DANASPEAKS.
That's very easy. DanaAustinSpeaks.com. Okay.
Yeah, so some people spell Dana D-A-Y, and I've seen it different ways. And then the other one is Transformational Writers Conference. So actually what you had up in the flyer, so transformationalwritersconference.com. And we will have another hub that we're going to open up this week, which will be the platform. But those are the two best ways. You can go ahead and secure your ticket. If you're physically in Atlanta and you want to attend this conference in person, we have a hotel facility that we have secured. And what that would allow you to do, yes, those are my biggest supporters right there.
Yeah.
My father in the middle, my sister on the right, and this was at her book launch. But we will be in Atlanta, and once you register, and if you're interested in attending in person, you have that option, and we're keeping it COVID safe and CDC sanctified.
I like that. COVID safe and sanctified. I know that this is going to be really an action-packed conference, and so it's going to span over a couple of days. And,
Absolutely.
And so when people register, what should they expect to experience? I mean, so these folks here are going to teach about how to be best-selling authors and how to publish their books for the first time.
Yes, first time, or even if this is their second or third, but they want to learn all these other aspects.
Okay.
So what they will learn that over the course of a day and a half. So Friday the 4th is from 9 to 3. Saturday is 9 to 2. And not only are we having speaking, there's interactive. There's an opportunity to network, and there are virtual exhibit halls. You will be at a real conference. So whether you're physically here or remote, you will have the full experience of being at a conference hall, going to see exhibitors, having opportunity to meet the speakers, and opportunities to chat and collect information without leaving. You don't have to bring a bag. You can stay in the comfort of your home or your office.
So I love what you're doing, and we're
Thank
actually
you.
going to create the registration and opportunity. I'll put the event on globalchamber.org,
Oh,
and that all they have to do is
awesome.
bring up the dates, and then they could punch right through to your website and be there to register. How much is how much is registration? And
Registration is $20 per person,
okay,
and that includes both day and a half. If they want the one day, it's still $20. And if they want to come physically, the registration will be $20 plus the cost of the meal because the meal was already be prepared for those showing up in person. So we have
okay,
that option. And we're just grateful. I'm grateful to be a part of the Global Chamber of San
there you go.
Antonio. I'm grateful for your leadership and how you, even in this expansive world that we live, you somehow seem to bring it together and allow us to connect and make it smaller. Thank you for that.
Well, I think this is a great opportunity to show, how to use technology to connect us. And while we may be some miles apart, the fact of the matter is that we still have the opportunity to help bring together programming that makes sense to those who are in business. Those, and being an author is a business.
Yes.
As you launched your last book, I mean, what were some of the challenges that you experienced and faced as a business owner? Before we go off.
Sure. Some of the challenges that I faced in launching Keyword Stream Vignettes were definitely, I'm going to say, first of all, the COVID-19 pandemic, because
Yes.
my launch was actually set to happen early part of spring. And it was just that very same week that they said, we're closing down. And
Right.
it was to be hosted at a local tea shop in Marietta, Georgia, and COVID prevented it. So with that challenge, I also saw an opportunity, and I chose to use the platform virtually to have a virtual launch, which was successful. So I think when it comes to writing, releasing, publishing, we are going to face challenges. This is really how we seem to circumvent, or in the word I used earlier, to pivot and
Yes.
flourish. Pivot and flourish. There were several others, but you've got to come to the conference. I won't be sharing it all on this call. So there's much more, but we gave you a little bit of nugget, and they'll be the
Uh,
authors will be speaking about some of their challenges and how to overcome them.
well, Dana, we wish you Godspeed. We know that it's going to
Oh,
be a great conference. I'll be there. Can't wait to participate and
yes,
do my part during the session. So thank you for the invitation. And I want to let all those know who are watching this video right now, if you have not registered for the Transformational Writers Conference, I want you to do it right now. Just go
yes.
ahead. I'm going to put the link underneath the video. So go ahead, sign up and be a part of something really special. I appreciate you, Dana, and I
Thank
appreciate
you, Christopher.
reading your book. I mean, this book is really going to go global because I want to have tea conversations or tea talks with Dana
Yes,
Austin, talking about the etiquette of business. Um, and there's also some new protocols that we're experiencing as a result of COVID-19.
hmm
I saw this one sign says, "We don't shake hands anymore, we fist bump." So I saw fist bumps. I just
hmm
recently met with an ambassador from Czech Republic, and we never
yes.
shook hands. We did the fist bump, we did the elbow, but we didn't actually
Yeah,
shake hands. We did the social
it
distance,
has changed.
and it's changed. So
Yeah.
uh, I want to get you back on. So, and then also this book is available on Amazon, right?
It sure is. It's available on
Yep.
Amazon.com. But I want to
And
give
your
you a
website.
shout out because those who are listening from the chamber, I know you already know of Christopher Herring as the leader for the San Antonio Chamber. But I want to give you the topics that he's going to be talking on because I think they're all great topics. But if you don't listen for any other reason, come on, because he's the executive member and here are his topics. He's going to be talking about how to put best-selling strategies in place so that you can become a best-selling author, number one. And he's also going to be speaking about the benefits of being a part of a global chamber,
That's right.
worldwide connections. That's
Yeah.
important. We've got
Okay.
so much more, but that's a little teaser.
I appreciate that. And, I look forward to it. Um, Basic strategies will be taught. And, we went over, you and I, your keywords and how your
Yes,
keywords impact your search rankings and some of that search engine optimization in which,
yes,
authors aren't trained to be techies. They're trained to
exactly.
write. And so being able to synthesize how to put together the technical web and strategies that
Hmm.
are really essential to getting your books launched in the right way. So I look forward to
And
participating. Thank you, Dana.
yes, thank you. And they'll get to see all of that when they're at the conference because hopefully you'll demonstrate. You can use my book as an example and see where the numbers were before and how, with your strategies put in place, how it shifted things in the ranking.
See,
And the
see,
same with
so you're wrong. Now you're getting into my presentation. I already have it there.
okay.
And also, I want you to invite your father. Make sure that he's able to be a part of this. It's going to be great. And anybody else, it should be great. Having the two Austin sisters there. I mean,
Yeah.
right there, that's the price of admission alone, and then some. So go ahead and
Yes.
register right now and be a part of something really special. Thank you so much, Dana.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you very much. And we've got our mask.
All right. God bless you.
God bless. Have a good one.
All right. Sign up below the video. Sign up below the video for the link connecting you to the Transformational Writers Conference. If you're a new writer, if you're a writer wannabe and you just have something that's burning in your soul that you want to publish, this is the publishing season.
Yes.
And Dana has done that during COVID-19. Her sister has done it during COVID-19.
Yes.
So don't think that, you know, this is doom and gloom. This is just the beginning of something really special for you. I look forward to seeing you at the Transformational Writers Conference. Sign up today. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.